Good evening. Welcome to the Turn 3 Racing Network. Here tonight with the Elkhorn Tire and Automotive Shut Up and Race Street Stock Series presented by 5 Star Realty. Tonight, coming at you from Martinsville for the world's toughest paperclip 100. That's right, tonight we are here at Martinsville. These guys will be doing 100 laps around this track, having a great time doing it, I'm sure, and definitely be expecting to see a lot of door-to-door action all night long. Take a quick look at what we got here with the track. The track here tonight, just under half a mile. We're calling it 4 turns. Those are 4 tight little turns. You guys will be battling through there, trying to stay on that low lane. That's where we're expecting to see that dominant lane running. As that continues through the night, guys will be wearing out those tires, trying to stay down there. So expect to see you guys playing a few different strategies. Some guys opting to push hard to begin with. Other guys opting to hold back a little bit. So it'll just be a matter of who's doing what when. But with a track this small, expect to see excitement here all night long. All right, looks like the drivers have finished up their drivers meeting, getting back out there on track. Give you a little preview of what we're going to see here tonight. Looking right now, that's the 47 of Justin Thuft, kind of leading the pack out there. Let's take a look, see what our weather's doing here today. Currently, the air temperature is only sitting at 71 degrees, but with the sun being out the way it is, the track is currently sitting at 102 degrees. Expect to see you guys using up those tires throughout the night. Expect to see them fighting that car around these tight corners. Taking a look now at the 60 of Justin Penwell. A great looking machine out there, Justin. Hoping tonight's going to be his night, able to get out there and put down some good times. All right, let's take a look at what our points are doing as we're coming towards the end of the season. Only about 4 races left here. Next week, we head to Phoenix, or the ISM Raceway. That's right, the new Phoenix track here on iRacing with the open dogleg. So expect to see that mix things up a little bit. After that, they'll be headed to Irwindale, and that's another track. Couple great lines through there guys can run, and definitely keeps things interesting. But right now, points, Cody Hubbard continues to lead. He's sitting on 2 wins and quite a good chunk of top 5s. So expect to see him putting some good times here tonight. Expect to see him fighting for that lead again. Those 2 wins are definitely not going to be enough for him. He'll be looking to do more here tonight. Just behind him, Vernon Woodard. Vernon sitting just about 20 points back. That's an easy gap to make up. Each of these nights, these guys are winning races. They're picking up 43 points. So we got plenty of time left for Vernon to close that gap and make things a little bit difficult for Cody. Dustin Shepard, last week on the road course, we watched him take home that win. Dustin, with that win, jumped up 2 spots into that number 3 position. Just behind him is going to be Philip Martin. And then after Philip is Jerry Stone, followed by Justin Thuft. Justin had a great week last week. Jerry had a great week last week. Picked up an extra spot there. Patrick Smith and Joshua Taylor currently sitting tied for 7th. Both of those guys sitting on 226 points. So they got a little gap to that lead, but still not too far out there. All right, well, these guys get some qualifying done. We're going to step away for just a moment and get you the national anthem. We'll be back with some great racing action here.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly wailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly
welcome back to Martinsville Speedway, world's toughest paperclip 100 here tonight from the Elkhorn Tire and Automotive Shut Up and Race Stock Series presented by 5 Star Realty. Right now, looking at some qualifying times, top qualifier currently is Gary Asheen. Gary is currently sitting in that top spot with a 22.522. That's a great time for him. Gary sits just outside the top 10 in points, currently rides that 11th spot, so definitely qualifying towards the top is going to be helping him out. Sitting in second is Dustin Shepard with a 22.557. Currently sitting third. Oh, timing and scoring's changed us up a little bit here. Going to the top of the charts. Let's see if we can get a good look. That's Russell Brown getting a 22.484. That moves guys around a little bit. That moves Dustin Shepard from that second spot down into the third. That means a newcomer, Tim Smith, putting down a 22.565, takes that fourth position. He'll be starting on that second row, provided nothing too crazy happens here in qualifying. Right now, we're going to see if we can get a hold of one of our drivers, see if we can get a hold of Jeffrey Mathis. Jeff, this is Danny up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, Danny, how you doing today?
Hey, I'm just excited to watch the action here tonight at this paperclip. How you feeling about the track tonight?
It's a little slick in the turns. I think I messed the setup a little bit, so I'm going to start about midfield here.
Hey, that'll just mean you get plenty of experience running the pack there and get a good idea for what that car is going to do for you as the night goes on.
Yeah, but I'm afraid I'm going to feel like a pinball, too.
It's true. With as tight as this track is and everybody wanting to be on that bottom, it's going to be a battle to get down there and stay there throughout the night.
Yeah, but it's going to be fun. We got a great group of guys out here, and they really try their heart out, you know.
This is an awesome group of guys to see out on track each week. Each week we see you out there in that number 19 machine, the 5-Star Realty sponsored machine. Why don't you tell us a little bit about 5-Star Realty, what you guys got going on over there, and what you got going?
Yeah, we've got a vacation rental thing going on down here in the most beautiful beaches in the United States, Panama City Beach, Florida. White sandy beaches, that they call it the Emerald Coast. But you guys will throw a link down there at the bottom, and if you've seen this or heard this ad on Shut Up and Race, give us a call or ping us on our link, and we'll be sure and give you a nice little discount if you mention Shut Up and Race.
Well, that's always awesome to hear. So, guys, we'll make sure that link is down there in the bottom. You can take a look at that, and make sure if you're getting out there to that East Coast, getting down there to Florida, it's going to be a great place to be come wintertime. I know I'll definitely be looking for some warmer weather. How's it normally out there when the rest of the country's thinking it's winter?
Oh, it's beautiful. It's about 70 degrees. It does get a little cold down here in late December, maybe early January. Gets in the 50s. But light jacket and you'll be all right. The only white stuff we got here is the white sand on the beaches, baby.
Hey, I'll take that over the snow I see every year. But, hey, looking forward to this race. Looking forward to you getting out there on track. Besides the little bit of pinball action, what you looking forward to tonight?
Well, I'm going to try to lay low a little bit here and see what happens early on. I'm afraid there's going to be a bunch of cautions. I think I'm going to pit early and then see if I can't make my way back up by attrition. You know what I mean?
Definitely with as tight as this track is, there will be guys bouncing all over the place, and keeping your nose clean, I think, is going to be just as important as running some hot laps.
Yeah, you definitely have to have it underneath of you. Otherwise, you are nowhere at the end.
So, good luck here tonight. We hopefully we can talk to you again later on. And other than that, good luck, man.
Well, thank you. I look forward to having another conversation with you when I win this thing.
Hey, hopefully we'll catch you in that winner's circle. Jeff, you have a great night.
You too, buddy.
All right, that was the number 19 machine of Jeffrey Mathis, sponsored by the 5-Star Realty Group. Currently, Jeff sitting, like he said, in that mid-pack region, not exactly where he wants to be. So he'll be working his way up through the pack as quick as he can, I'm sure. But like you heard him say, I expect to see a lot of guys tagging walls and banging their machines up, coming back down, trying to get what they can out of them. But, you know, as we go forward here tonight, let's take a quick look at what we got for qualifying. Anything's changed up there for us? All right, looks like we got a couple little changes here. Dante Curtis currently sitting in that top position. Dante sitting on a 22.386. Sitting in second is Russell Brown on a 22.484. You guys have yet to put times in, but looks like we're moving ahead, getting things rolling here tonight. So give us just a second, and we will get through that starting lineup for you here tonight. All right, starting row one is going to be Dante Curtis. To his outside, Russell Brown. Gary Sheen and Dustin Shepard making up row two. Tim Smith, newcomer here, sitting on row three in that fifth position. J.D. Callahan sitting in sixth. Bud Reidner sitting in seventh, with Philip Martin riding in eighth. Ninth place, Jeff Bergner. 10th, Thomas Frisch. 11th, Cody Hubbard, with Devin Rogers in 12th. Row 7 is going to be Jerry Stone and Brandon Klasinski. Row 8, Patrick Langley, Vern Woodard. Row 9 is DJ Weltmeyer and Jeffrey Mathis. Jeffrey, we just talked to him. Excited to watch him make his way through the field here tonight. Len McNeese and Justin Penuel making up row 10. Row 11's we're seeing Daryl Calder there in the 99 and 27 of Brad Taz Becker. Corey Harridges riding in 23rd. Mike Todd riding 24th. Patrick Smith in 25th. Sawyer Ott in 27th. Jason Rodebush sitting in 28th. 29th is going to be Harry Munchison. So a really full field here tonight as these guys get ready to roll here. Give them just a little bit longer. They'll be gridding up and get things rolling here tonight. I'm pretty sure this is the fullest field we've seen yet this season. So really excited to see all the action here on this short little track. These guys will be running with elbows up, I'm sure. There we go. We got that pace car moving now. Couple of guys with EOLs, couple of guys starting down pit road because of some penalties. You know, starting down there, it's definitely a disadvantage, but I'm sure some guys are trying to keep positive about it, looking at it as an opportunity to stay out of some early wrecks, as they'll be catching the field when things get rolling here tonight. Right now, that's Dante Curtis in the 03 in control of the field. To his outside, Russell Brown in the 00. They'll go around one more time here tonight before that pace car drops off and these guys get up to full song and dance. They come through the backstretch. Gives you an idea. You can see quite a few cars out there. They're still rolling through that corner, that 1 and 2. Pace cars dropped off the track. The 03 machine of Russell Brown is in control of the field. Coming out of 3 and 4, headed towards the line here for the first time. The green flag is out. Dante Curtis in control on that preferred inside line. Look for the 000 to be fighting to get to the bottom there as quick as possible. Caution out on the track already. Guys coming together, having some issues early on here tonight. See if we can jump back here a little bit, get an idea with what was going on. Let's see, missed it by just a touch. Let's move back one more time, see if we can get a good look at that. Looks like that 91 machine involved there. Oh, there we go. That 91 machine, that's who we need to keep an eye on. To his inside, that's the 777 of Patrick Langley. Those two just coming together. Both of them going for the same real estate there, and it's not working out. All right, as we get things rolling again here shortly. Dante Curtis once again up in that top spot. That 00, Russell Brown, started to the outside. Unfortunately, with the way the restarts or the initial start goes here, he's dropped back a spot, but he might not be feeling too bad about that. That'll move him from the outside row down into the inside. Gary Yashin in the 04 machine will now be taking up that outside spot, so we'll be watching him to see what he's able to do with that car, trying to get it down to the bottom side of the track as quick as possible. Once again, with the biggest field we've seen tonight, the guys are going to be working hard to stay out of each other's doors and keep things rolling in the right direction. Thought there in our last incident, all it takes is a little bit of contact between these guys, and these machines will be going around. Don't expect to see anybody coming down pit lane. There was no real damage to those cars. It didn't look like. They just kind of went around real quick and then got pointed back in the right direction. And then with it only being 5 laps into the race and those being all under caution, nobody's needing to come down for tires right now. Looking like those lights are still on that pace car, so we'll be headed around at least one more time here. Get a few cars down to the inside there, trying to get things figured out where they're supposed to be and how they're supposed to line up here. All right, lights are out on the pace car. That means next time around we will be going back to green. Dante Curtis in the 03 machine maintains that inside pole position. Gary Yashin will be restarting to his outside. Russell Brown, who started second originally, will now be sitting in third, with Tim Smith sitting fourth. We are doubled up side by side, nose to tail. Waiting for that pace car to drop off so these guys can get those machines running again. Gary Yashin fires on out of corner 4 there. Gets going here as soon as possible. Goes ahead and clears the 4 of Gary Yashin. That front section able to get single file out. Looks like up to that 4th position we are single file. Back behind him though, guys, still riding 2 if not 3 wide back there for just a moment. Cody Hubbard, our current points leader, currently sitting in 10th position. He's got a little work to do here tonight, but sitting on at least a decent cushion. Won't have too much to worry about as long as he can finish ahead of that car just behind him. That's the 73 of Vern Woodard. Vern will be trying to take away every point he can, make that distance between those 2 cars on the scoreboard shrink. Further back here in the field, we're looking at the 27, Brad Tazbecker. To his outside, that is Justin Penwell. Justin noses him out there on the straightaway, but coming through the corner, Brad will be battling back there with that inside line. Justin able to hang on through the corner, not able to make up any real ground, but able to hang there for a little bit. Just behind him, that's the 57 machine battling with the 10 of Jonathan Cross. Now Justin looking to the inside. Brad opens the door just a little bit, but Justin not able to get a nose in there. And those two seem to have straightened things out, but Brad has his sights set on the 84 of Len McNeese there in front of him. Brad looking to the inside, Len letting it ride just a little bit deeper into that corner. Giving Brad an opportunity, giving Brad something to look for. Jeffrey Mathis up here in the 13th position, already making up 5 spots on this restart. So we're 14 laps in. Jeffrey's made up quite a few spots already. I'm sure he's happy to see that happening as he rides now behind the 196. That's Brandon Klasinski in front of him. Jeffrey running just a little bit different line coming out of that corner, a little bit down lower than that 196 machine in front of him. Looking like that might, a little bit of contact with the wall there. No big deal. He's going to keep that machine headed in the right direction. Back up front, Dante Curtis in the 03 machine, building a small gap to Gary behind him. Gary sits just 0.4 off the back bumper there. '40 machine of Bud Reidner just behind him. That's Philip Martin in the 46 machine. 46 looks like he's trying to find a different way around, looking to the outside, looking to the inside, just making sure he's right there on the bumper of Bud in case Bud makes a little mistake. Back here looking at the 89 machine of Corey Harridges, trying to get to the inside there on Jonathan Cross. Doing so opens up the door just a little bit for the 79 of Patrick Smith. Smith not able to capitalize on it. Going to go ahead and drop back just a little bit more off those guys' bumper. Smith looks like he's got that corner pretty well figured out as he's able to close that gap back up. Headed to 3 and 4 now, the 28 machine. That's Mike Todd up into that outside wall just a little bit. That's going to give the opportunity to Jonathan Cross to get to the inside. They'll be wanting to get that machine back low as soon as possible to avoid the entire train coming on by him. You see the 79 machine there, sees Mike go up to the outside wall, goes ahead and pounces on that. 47 to Justin Thoof. Looks like he's going to try and follow through, as well as the 777 of Patrick Langley. Vern Woodard in the 73 machine still rides behind Cody Hubbard just outside the top 10. That's right, Cody Hubbard sits in the top 10 currently. Little wiggle out of Vern there. These guys can be fighting tire management all night long, whether you're trying to make some time up or trying to save those tires for the end of the run. That's going to be the question here. Look at the 29 machine, that's J.D. Callahan just in front of him. Russell Brown in the 00. Looking at Tim Smith there in front of him, getting a little bit sideways through that corner. Definitely not the optimal route through there. Smith's going to be having to take care of those tires a little bit better next time through the corners. He wants to keep them from cooking off. Brown, I'm sure, was making note of Smith getting sideways there. He'll be smelling blood in the water. See him now putting pressure right there on the bumper of Smith, letting him know, you do that again, I'm going to go ahead and come on under. Back here, looks like everybody's pretty well single filed out. Guys will be trying to click off some laps, try and make sure those machines stay clean as long as possible and get the best they can out of these tires. Jumping back up front, Dante Curtis continues to hold the lead with Gary Asheen just behind him. That distance between the two just at 3/10 now. So not a whole lot of gap between those two. They're working those machines as they pull away from that third spot position. Tim Smith currently sitting 1.6 seconds back. So these two got some room to work with. They can do what they need to do, but it looks like right now the choice they're making is just to click off some laps and make that distance between them and third place grow. .777 machine Patrick Langley currently sits a lap down. Justin Thuft in the 47 also sitting a lap down. So those two will be battling for position. The cars around them, though, are only battling each other and not the Patrick Langley or Justin Thuft. Mike Todd there in the 28 machine, riding just a little bit high, giving that 91 machine to Jerry Stone a little bit of opportunity to try and make something happen. He's not able to capitalize on it that time, but definitely got to that inside for just a moment and let Mike know he was there. Just behind them, that's the 57 of Sawyer Ott, followed by the 99 Darrell Calder. These guys back to that single file formation, just getting those laps done here tonight. Back here towards the front, Tim Smith in that 100 machine. Got a little bit of a gap between him and Russell Brown, so he'll just be out there clicking off some laps. Right now, coming up on the 121 machine. Looks like that 121 machine should be a lap down. That's right, he's one lap down currently. So this won't be a battle for position. It'll just be something he's got to worry about once he catches up there, and hopefully he can get through cleanly. There we go. The 121 goes ahead and moves up high. Gives him an opportunity to get on by. Russell Brown, J.D. Callahan going at it now. J.D. trying to take away that fourth position. Getting that optimal inside line. Brown slides way up the track. Almost out of that little asphalt section there. Up onto the there we go. JD able to capitalize on that, comes on by, moves himself up into the fourth position. Looking, here's the 7 machine, Devin Rogers. Devin being chased down by the number 20 of Cody Hubbard. Cody continues to sit in that 10th position with Vern Woodard just behind him. Philip Martin all over the back bumper, trying to make something happen here with the 40 of Bud Reidner. Just behind them, that's the 21, Jeff Bergner. Jeff sits in that 8th position. Looking like Phillips got something figured out through that corner. We can see him closing that gap each time they're coming in. Not able to get down low and make something happen, though, as he slides up. Little mistake there, maybe a little bit too late on the brakes or too much throttle coming into the corner. He's able to hang on to that position, though. We see him again this time riding up just a little bit higher, so maybe something he's trying to do, trying to save those tires, trying to get a little more speed out of the car. But definitely a different line than we're seeing out of most of the guys here tonight as we work on lap 36 out of 100. Dante Curtis all over the back of him is Gary Asheen. These two have been going at it throughout the night. Gary opting just to stay back there and wait for Dante to make a mistake. We are not even to the halfway point here. He's definitely got some room to work with as far as the laps are concerned. Not in a big rush to make a mistake and cost himself that position. There we see the 54 machine to the inside on 28 Mike Todd. If those cars are on the same lap, they are. They'll be battling for that position. That 57 machine, Sawyer Ott, looks to the inside on Mike Todd. Looks like he's not able to get a good run coming down the straight. He's going to have to drop back into line, get single filed back out, and then hope for something better coming out of the exit here this time. Philip Martin in that 46 machine still riding on that back bumper, but it has got to get that machine going if he wants to make up some distance and make a little room for himself, give himself a little bit of breathing. Right now we see Philip looking to that inside, not quite able to make anything happen. A little bit of contact between them. There we go, moves him up just a little bit, gives himself some room. Philip Martin able to get side by side coming through the corner there. See what happens as they come through 3 and 4 this time. Martin able to maintain that low line. Reidner to the outside, hanging on there, not giving up that position right away. Bergner back there behind him has to like what he's seen. Look for him to try and tuck down there and follow that 46 machine through if he gets the opportunity. There we go. See him getting in there, trying to keep that machine underneath the 40. Bergner not able to follow through. So the 46 machine of Philip Martin going to come by the 40 of Bud Reidner. That's just going to be one spot Bud's going to give up there. Hubbard now works on the 7 of Devin Rogers. Hubbard looks like he's getting a great line through there, just not getting a super great run coming out of that corner. Well, I said he's not getting a great run, but it seems like it's working for him. He's getting to the inside there on the 7 of Devin Rogers. Rogers and Hubbard side by side coming down the back straight into 3 and 4. That 73 of Vern Woodard right there looking to follow. A little bit of contact there, just a little hip check, and Hubbard's able to come on through, grab that 9th position away from Rogers. Woodard looking to make the same move, come through, follow. We see the 7 of Rogers come to that outside wall, a little bit of contact with it, but looks like he's going to get away with it this time. Woodard also comes on through. So go ahead and move Vern up into that 10th position. He's going to follow Cody, who's sitting in 9th. Rogers, after a couple laps there, loses 2 positions, drops himself back into the 11th spot. While we were watching these guys, looks like a little bit of lap traffic might have come into play as we see the 4 sitting in front of the 03. So Gary Asheen at some point able to make that pass as they now work their way through lap traffic. That 28 machine, Mike Todd, that's the last car on the lead lap. So these guys have caught their tail. They are going to be working through this field. '28 machine moves up, lets them come on by, as does the 89. A little bit of contact there between the 57 and the 60. We're going to be almost 3 wide. We are 3 wide coming through the corner. Contact between the 03 and the 4. Going 3 wide here, not something that's going to work super well. Dante Curtis just gives a little nudge there to the 4 of Gary Asheen as Dante takes that position back. Tim Smith also capitalizes on that little mistake between those guys. Moves up from that 3rd spot, finds himself sitting in 2nd, right on the rear bumper of Dante Curtis. We saw Smith early on pushing that machine pretty hard. Be interesting to see how his tires are doing, if he's able to hang now with the 03 or if he's just there because of the lap traffic that they've been having to deal with. For the most part, it looks like that lap traffic moving up and out of the way, letting those cars come by. Just in front of them, though, we got a battle. That's the 57 machine working on, it looks like, the 91 of Jerry Stone. Those two cars on the same lap, so that is definitely a battle for position. Don't expect to see those guys moving up out of the way anytime soon to let these leaders come by. Not only are the 57 and the 91 battling, that 60 machine also on the same lap. So 3 cars battling for position here as the leaders catch up to him. 91's going to be looking like he's going to get left up to dry up there on that high line as the 03 of Dante comes on by. 57 and 60 figured things out a little bit. Justin's going to maintain that 18th position. Sawyer Otts dropping back into 19th as the leaders catch up to him now. Tim Smith in that 100 machine. Interesting to see if he tries different lines or if he's just going to go ahead and ride and follow the 03 through here until they get through the traffic. O3's able to get alongside the 57, but maybe not the optimal line through the corner there as we see the 100 of Tim Smith looking to the inside. We are going to be going 3 wide into the corner once again. Last time through, this did not work out well for anybody. This time, though, Tim Smith, Dante making it work. That 57 machine does a good job holding that outside line as those leaders start battling right there in front of him. Dante Curtis to the outside. Tim Smith working that inside line. They've been side by side for the last couple of corners, going 3 wide for a little bit. Lap traffic definitely making the difference here tonight. Whoever's able to maneuver through there the best is going to be coming away with a better position. Lap cars, as they're fighting for position, aren't going to be able to get out of the way. We saw a few of them early on right there at the tail end. As the 60 machine starts going around, contact between him and the 47, Justin Thuft. Thuft comes back up onto the track, gets into the 100 there. Looks like we're staying green for now, but that contact pushes Tim Smith to the outside line, gives that spot back to the 03 of Dante Curtis as caution comes out here on track. So we saw what happened there for the most part. Let's take a jump back and see what happened towards the end that ended up finally bringing the caution out. So we see a little bit of contact there between the 47 and 60. 47 comes back up, gets collected, and then we see the 4 of Gary Asheen get collected. He was running up there towards the front earlier in the race. So unfortunate to see that happen out there tonight. These guys just kept running for a little bit. Took a minute for that caution to come out, but it finally did. So lap 58, we're under caution. The 03, 100 coming down pit lane, getting those fresh tires, getting that fuel. This should be a one-stop race with these guys making it to lap 58. That tells us they can make it all the way to the end from here as long as they take a full load of fuel and take care of those tires. We're going to go ahead and step away for just a moment before we get back to more action here for the World's Toughest Paperclip 100.
You wanted the best, you got him 4 abreast. Often imitated, never duplicated. The greatest show on dirt, the World of Outlaws.
welcome back to the Elkhorn Tire and Automotive Shut Up and Race Street Stock Series presented by 5 Star Realty. Here tonight we're at Martinsville for the world's toughest paperclip 100. Currently under caution on lap 60 out of 100. Looking like we're getting things figured out. Timing and scoring showing us the 03 Dante Curtis, currently our leader. Few cars in front of him, so as guys get through the pit cycle here, there we go. Everybody's getting gathered back up behind that pace car. Lights are still on there, but it looks like we got at least a couple more laps to go here before we get back to green flag racing. That's what we wanted to see, the lights go out on the pace car. That means next time by, we'll be going back to green. Currently, Dante Curtis sitting in that top position. J.D. Callahan's right second with Tim Smith and Jeff Bergner making up that second row. Lights are back on the pace car, so it looks like our restart's been delayed just a little bit. Hopefully get the field figured back out and these guys will get going here for us tonight. There we go. Pace car is down and off the track. Dante Curtis in control of the field. Last time we watched him fire out of corner 4 pretty early. See what he does this time. Looking like it's more of the same. He gets that machine going nice and clear of the 29. J.D. Callahan not quite getting the restart he wanted. Jeff Bergner gets held up in that a little bit. Tim Smith, though, works out just fine for him. He maintains that second position. He'll be chasing down J.D. Callahan there. You see him now catching, that's the 47 machine. He is a lap down. Looks like he just got out of the pits trying to get caught up to the field here. And that puts the leaders right there behind him. J.D. Callahan got a mirror full of the 21 machine, Jeff Bergner. Bergner just behind him, we're looking at, that's the double zeros of Russell Brown. Brown making his way back and forth through the field here tonight. Bergner looking to the inside on the 29. J.D. Callahan slides up a little bit, gives Bergner the room he needs. Callahan, a little bit of a slide there out of the corner. Bergner's going to continue working that inside line. The 47 there drops out of the way, so not to impede the pack here tonight. Bergner still working that inside line. Callahan hanging on for everything he's worth, trying to not give up that position now. Bergner, though, we see him through the middle of the corner pulling away just a little bit, but it looks like not able to carry any momentum down the back stretch as that 29 machine continues to hang door to door with him. Two side by side coming into one. Just behind them, this battle kind of stacking guys up. They're fighting, trying to make something happen here. Looks like Bergner's able to get by that time. The double zero, J.D. Callahan looks to the inside. Little contact there between the 29. Callahan gets turned a little bit and loses quite a few positions. We're going to see him drop back, currently sitting in 8th now out of that 3rd position. So there you saw a little bit of contact can make a big difference for these guys here tonight. A little bit of contact gets you sideways, gets you that outside line. We have caution out here on the track. There we see it, just catching the tail end of it there. Let's see if we can go back just a little bit more, get a better view of what's going on. That 28 machine not making the corner gets into the 99 of Darrell Calder. Darrell gets sent around as we get caution coming out here on track again. Lap 70 out of 100. Been some good hard racing out of these guys here tonight. This tight track not giving guys a whole lot of room, but they are getting those machines going. On board here with the 03 Dante Curtis as he goes ahead and goes some nice slow pace laps here. Dante been running up in this first position for the majority of the night. There he's led C1 out of the 73 laps we've run here tonight. So definitely once you're towards the front, that's the place you want to stay, and that's the place that Dante has found himself in throughout the night. Cars there, we see them electing to come down pit lane. Service done to those machines. Looking like each of those guys are lap down vehicles, so not a whole lot to lose coming down pit lane. Just hoping to get something out of maybe some fresh tires, a little bit more fuel to keep the car going all the way to the end here. Lights are out once again on the pace car, so hopefully coming around this time, we will be back to green flag action. Pace car drops off the track. That means Dante Curtis back in control of the field. Outside him, Tim Smith can be looking to get down to that inside lane as soon as possible. Curtis gets that machine rolling again, able to clear Smith easily. Smith, though, benefits by getting to that inside line, drops there just in front of the 21 of Bergner. A little bit of contact, see a couple cars getting into that outside wall. Everybody trying to get as much speed out of these corners as possible. That outside wall, not a surprise to see you guys getting into it. We move back here just a little bit. Checking out some of these cars. A little bit of damage here on the 91 machine of Jerry Stone. Jerry currently sits in 16th. He's going to be our last car on the lead lap. Up here we're looking at the 40 machine, Bud Reiner. To his outside, that's Len McNeeson, 84. Bud able to clear him that time as we see guys starting to get single filed out. Except for up here, we're looking at the 27 of Brad Taz Becker. Brad to the inside on the 29 of JD Callahan. JD maintaining that position, just barely hanging on the outside line there. JD driving it in as hard as he possibly can and still maintaining that position. JT getting a good run out of the corner to see if he's able to clear Brad this time. You see him each time he comes in, you know he's wanting to get down there, wanting to shut that door. Wasn't able to do it that time, but it looks like now Brad's going to drop into line as we see the 73 of Vern Woodard. Vern has cleared that 20 machine, so Vern going to collect a couple more points than Cody, our points leader. Vern now begins to work on the 29 machine. JD getting stuck to the outside. We see a little bit of contact. That's the 10 machine getting into the wall and then coming back down just a little bit. Vern drives her in deep contact between the 40 and the 27. There goes the 10. Jonathan going around. We are staying green for now. There we go. There comes the caution. So let's see if we can jump back a little bit, see what happened here. So we saw some good hard racing between these guys. A little bit of contact there between the 10 and I believe that's the 89 of Corey Harridges. Contact in front of them slows everybody up. Looks like the 84 slides up trying to stay out of all the chaos and ends up collecting the 10. Jonathan Cross going around collects quite a few other drivers with him. A few guys able to slip through, but that's going to bring out our caution here tonight. While these guys get things sorted up, we're going to step away for just a moment, and we'll be back with more action here from Martinsville.
The most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic real world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $100,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
Back here at the Martinsville Speedway for the world's toughest paperclip 100 with the Elkhorn Tire and Automotive Shut Up and Race Street Stock Series presented by 5 Star Realty. Once again, we are on lap 80 out of 100, so just under 20 laps to go here tonight. Been watching some great action as these guys battle it out here on this little half-mile track. All right, this time by the lights have gone out on the pace car. We are getting stacked back up, door to door, nose to tail. Still trying to get caught up here. Looks like someone's engine expired there. Interesting. If we're able to get our green, that pace car is down if we stay green here. The 03 fires off. Dante Curtis clears Tim Smith easily this time. Smith thinks about dropping to the inside, but not able to make anything happen. That 21 machine losing a spot, losing out to Philip Martin. So Jeff Bergner drops out of the 3rd position into 4th, sitting just behind the 46. Looks like the top part of the track, or top part of our leaderboard, has single filed out while the guys behind them continue to battle for those positions. Right now, looking at the 00 battling for the 6th position with the 29 of J.D. Callahan. Callahan able to clear. He will now start working on that 69 machine. That's Dustin Shepard. Dustin, oh, big contact there. That's the 00 machine going around. Continues to stay green. See if he's able to get that machine going. Nope, there it is. There's the caution. Well, Russell Brown getting sent around there. We're watching these guys a little bit back here. They were battling pretty hard. We're seeing that's the 20 machine there behind him, Cody Hubbard. Doesn't look like any contact. The 00 just sends it in a little bit too hard. Gets loose and gets sent around. So with 10 laps to go here tonight, we're seeing some cautions. Guys getting a little bit antsy, maybe driving in a little bit harder than they normally would. Right now, let's take a run through our top 10. Dante Curtis maintains that top position with Philip Martin sitting in 2nd. Tim Smith rides 3rd, Jeff Bergner in 4th. Dustin Shepard sits 5th, and J.D. Callahan in 6th. Vern Woodard runs 7th. Cody Hubbard in 8th. Bud Reidner in ninth, and Devin Rogers rounds out our top 10 here tonight. Looks like that's the 89 machine getting his lucky dog. Gonna go ahead and get himself a lap back here. That's Corey Harridges in the 89 machine, currently shown in 15th. Will be the last car on the lead lap now that he's picked up that lucky dog position. Once again, just waiting for those lights to go out on the pace car. They are staying on, so we're doing at least another couple before we get back to green. So a quick look at our scoreboard shows us Vern Woodard sitting in that 7th position just in front of Cody Hubbard. Cody, of course, our points leader, and Vern sitting in that 2nd place position. So Vern will be excited to be finishing anywhere in front of Cody. Go ahead and pick up some points that way and hopefully close that gap as the season comes to a wind. Everybody's getting racked and stacked door to door, nose to tail. The lights are out on the pace car. That means next time by, those machines will be firing off. Dante Curtis been giving us pretty consistent starts here. Seems to be working for him, so why change it? It's working for you. Dante fires off, coming out of 3. His outside, that's the 46, Philip Martin. Philip not able to find a spot down there. That's the 100 machine getting into him just a little bit as the 69 Dustin Shepard comes flying up through. 69 to the inside. Bergner stuck to the outside again. Bergner running that outside line along with him, stuck out there. That's the 29 J.D. Callahan. The 73 of Vern Woodard working that inside. Going to be looking to follow through here. Bergner not able to close the door as Vern Woodard starts making his way up alongside him there. Contact between those two in the 29 J.D. Callahan. The 73 gets sent around. Caution will be out on track again with 5 laps to go. Watching these guys come into the corner. Bergner slides up just a little bit there. Stacks these guys up, gets them together, coming into the corner. Callahan comes in just a little bit hot, gets into the back of Vern. Vern goes around collecting Bergner. Bergner into that outside wall. Those guys definitely missing out big time. They're going to drop back through the field pretty quick here. All right, looking like we are clicking off the final lap here, but with a green-white checkered, we know we'll be getting a little more action before the end of the night. Lights are out on the pace car. Dante Curtis has control. Philip Martin to his outside. Tim Smith inside. Dustin Shepard in that 69 machine riding in fourth will be on the outside now. Dante Curtis bringing him back to the line here. Green flag is out. Curtis is away. Looks like he's going to clear that 46 machine decently, but 46 of Philip Martin not able to get down. But Tim Smith definitely looking to capitalize here. Smith right into that inside line, able to get that nose out just a little bit. The 69, Dustin Shepard looking to follow through there. Shepard now starts working on the 46 of Philip Martin. Smith has made his way through, sits in second. We will be finishing this time by. Shepard continues to work on that inside, this time coming to the line. See who's able to make the best run out of this corner. Looking like it's going to be the 69, Dustin Shepard. Dustin able to edge out Philip Martin by .002 to bring home that third position. Let these guys roll around just a little bit more. Give us one moment. We'll get a word in with our top three finishers here tonight. All right, we've caught up with our top three here tonight. Currently, we caught up with Dustin Shepard, the 69 machine. Dustin bringing her home in third here tonight. Dustin, you got a copy?
Yes, sir, Danny.
Dustin, a lot of excitement out there on the track, especially right there towards the end. Find yourself sitting in that third position. How was the track out there for you tonight?
The track was pretty good. So it was a little warmer than what we practiced. So I started on the tail end, and I was nervous. Everybody raced clean, not a lot of wrecks. Then, pit calls got me up to, I think, 8th. We had the caution everybody pitted, so, pit strategy got me to the front to be able to get third. Philip, he always races clean, so our last couple laps during the green-white checker was, expected between him and I.
Yeah, it was a pretty intense finish there. Watched you get to his inside and start working with it.
I said just on the restart with the, Tim opened the hole. He went below him, and I just followed. And then, the last lap we were side by side, and I was able to get a little bite off the lower groove before Philip could get into the throttle, and I beat him to the line.
Hey, well, you definitely kept it exciting there for the end of the race. Anyone you need to say thank you to, anyone that helps you get that machine out here on the track?
Of course, the Shepard race guys, Patrick, Philip, and everybody. J&G Hardwood for making sure I have everything I need. And of course, you for broadcasting, man. You do an awesome job. I always watch the replays. That's about it.
Hey, well, we appreciate you being out here on track tonight. You have yourself a good night.
Thanks, you too.
All right, that was the 69, Dustin Shepard. Let's see if we can catch up with our second place finisher. That's the 100 of Tim Smith. Tim, you got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Tim, excited to see you out here. This is your first race with these guys, and you're bringing her home in second. That's got to feel good.
Yeah, definitely not a bad showing for the first time out with this league, for sure.
This being a nice small track, we're door to door with guys throughout the night. How was the car handling for you?
It was real good. I couldn't really hang with those guys on fresh tires, but once we got about 60 laps in, I was I was able to be right with him. Really didn't want to see all those cautions come out. I think if we could have ran some more laps and wore some tires out, I would have been all right. But brought her home second. All in all, not a bad day.
I think we're doing a great job out there getting that machine working. We saw you towards the end of the runs, like you say, getting a little bit, making up some distance on these guys. So next week, these guys, they head out to Phoenix, quite a bit of a different track. How you feeling about that?
That's definitely a little more my wheelhouse. I think this is the first true short track race I've really ran on these street stocks. So there's definitely a learning curve doing this. Getting back to some bigger tracks, a little more momentum racing. I think I'll be a lot better off.
Well, congratulations bringing her home second. We look forward to seeing you next week, and good luck.
Thanks, buddy. Appreciate it.
All right, let's see if we can catch up with our first place finisher. That's the 03 Dante Curtis. Dante, you got a copy.
Yeah, I got you.
Dante, you out there in the front for most of the race here tonight. You definitely enjoying that, I'm sure. How was the lap traffic out there for you? Were they getting out of the way for you? Were having to work for it? How was it?
It was very wishy-washy. The lap traffic was definitely, it definitely saved me about twice on 2 yellows, but some guys were moving out of the way, but some guys were racing hard for position, and then they about wrecked for 2 laps in front of me, and I'm sorry I got into the 4 car, but I got under him and I was all the way down to the apron, and that was a big savior right there to get back in front of him.
Well, here at these short tracks, that's kind of something we expect to see guys having to work through the lap traffic, and it seems like it always comes down to who's able to do it best. You coming out on top tells us you were doing a great job out there. How was the setup for you? How was the tires handling?
I think I used up the tires a little too much there in that first long green flag run we had. I led for a little bit, and I still had that mess with the 4 car, and I was able to get a gap. But then, as soon as that happened, Tim got right up behind me, and he was chasing me down and had a better car than me, and I was just able to hold him off till we got a yellow. And then once we got some new tires, it was a little better to fight him off.
Hey, well, congratulations bringing that machine home in first here tonight. Next week, you guys head over to ISM, a little bit bigger track. You looking forward to that, or you prefer these smaller places?
Oh, I definitely prefer these smaller places. I'm not big for anything bigger than a half mile with these things. These are meant to be raced here and not there, but I don't know if we'll be there or not, but it's definitely going to be a hard one.
Hey, well, we hope to see you out there next week, and congratulations once again on your finish here tonight. Anyone you need to say thank you to, anyone that helps you get that 03 machine out on track?
Yeah, I'd just like to thank everybody back at RMS. We got a good team, especially when we're running supers. Just Russell Brown and Logan Runyon and DJ and Devin and Phillip. They just put in a whole bunch of work with our whole program, and really just helps us get better.
Hey, well, once again, congratulations on coming home first. You have yourself a good night.
Thanks, man. You too.
That's the 03 Dante Curtis bringing her home in first place here tonight at the World's Toughest Paperclip 100. Yeah, guys here at Shut Up and Race Street Stock Series put on a great show for us. Super exciting to watch them throughout the night as they battled side by side on this little half-mile paperclip track we got here. Next week, we head someplace a little bit bigger. We've been talking about that ISM Speedway. That's Phoenix. Got the open dog leg, so these guys will have plenty of room to work with, something very different than what we saw here tonight. After that, they'll be headed to Irwindale, and then Richmond, I believe, just after that. So some exciting tracks coming up here for the Shut Up and Race Street Stock Series. We look forward to seeing you all tuning in next week. From all of us here at Turn 3 Racing Network and Shut Up and Race, have a great night.